disconnects. Alright, so last time, Evan, you were inside of the sewers. I guess you were hurt and decided to stay inside of the sewer.
Surprisingly little damage from having my fingers run over by a truck.
Yeah. And I remember that what's his name? Paul's character. He was running back and he fell inside of the sewer, and I think he got hurt. And then
1 point of damage.
Yeah, 1 point of damage. And then Jake, he decided that he wasn't going just yet towards the sewers. And then you guys were spotted by the police. You, Jake, and Jen were spotted by the police. And I think that's where it ended. I don't think you guys got to fight or anything yet. So, I guess the first question is, Jake, what are you wanting to do when it comes to that?
I was going to look at what my skills were, but let's see if I saved it at least.
Alright, I'm almost there.
Else.
Almost there. Jake, you may want to go back to Roll20. If you haven't been able to get in yet, go to Roll20. And then from there, launch the game, and it should let you do it. Yeah, Roll20 is just making it extra complicated today.
There we go. Let's see. And launch game. Cross fingers. Yay! Something.
Yeah. I guess Thursdays might be a popular night for role playing. Who would have thought?
Let's see.
Alright, so Tommy is there. Gigi. So who's Connie? I think I gotta drop Gigi. Yeah. Okay, so let me go to. What?
Let's see. I guess.
You guess? So ultimately, the police are coming, and you and Connie, which was General's character, ultimately both of you get caught over there, and they see you. So I don't remember exactly what. Oh yeah, I remember. You guys were deciding to go somewhere else. You guys didn't want to go back to the sewers yet when Paul left.
Actually,
When Paul left, you guys decided that you were gonna stay in the house, and then by the time that you got out, I remember that I think you fell or you got hurt on your way out, and then finally, the police spotted Paul's character while he was
get hurt.
yeah, and he fell inside of the sewers, but then you two didn't make it to the sewers by the time that the police got there. So the question is, what are you gonna do? Where are you going?
I guess I'm going to try to Like, how far is the next house over? Like, is this like a suburban area, or is this?
It is a suburban area. However, the we'll go ahead and roll intelligence. All right.
What the hell?
All right. So you come up with the idea that the next house over is probably 2 feet away, and that and you think to yourself that if the door is locked, then you can open it easily by ramming it with your head.
Honestly, I was trying to figure out if I could run behind another house. That was the intelligence roll, I guess. Trying to figure out what.
Okay. Well, let's say then that that you see that there's a fence with barbed wire on the top, and that you decide that it's a good idea to go climb that fence because the house is only 2 feet away. Although the house is really, it's going to be really about 20 feet, 20 to 30 feet away. But to you, somehow you end up thinking that it's 2 feet away, and you don't get to see. Whether you don't get to see, or you think you see it, but you think you can dodge the barbed wire on the top of the fence.
Barbed wire on top of fence.
Yep.
Then I'm going to do another stupid idea and try to run back in the same house.
All right. All right. So you run back into the same house, and we're gonna go ahead and say that Connie runs back inside of the same house too. While you're attempting to close the door, you see how the police starts pulling on it. So therefore, you grab it from the handle, but you're not. You see that you don't have very good grip to actually get the handle. So you actually grab the door from the side, the edge, and you pull it. And unfortunately, the police cut wind to the fact that you're grabbing the door that way, so they let go of it and they actually kick it in, and they kick your fingers close to the door. So go ahead and roll a 1d5.
1d5.
Okay. You receive 3 points of damage, and obviously you let go of the door at that point. So go ahead and roll some luck. Alright, and you're lucky enough that they don't catch the door in time to try to open it again, because Connie grabs the door after you jam your fingers, and she's holding it in place. But obviously, she's, let's see how long she manages to hold the door. Get out of here.
Nice.
So she's a pro. She manages to hold. You see this little thing just holding the door, and the door just doesn't open. She's just holding it for dear life. And then they knock on the door. Open up. We know you're there. Look, we only want you to take your medicine. You take your medicine, and we'll let you out. You can go back to work. Just come out, and we'll give you your medicine.
Can I look for another way out?
Yeah, you can. That's the beauty of it.
Then I do that.
Okay, the house has a back door. That's the only other way out, besides windows, of course.
Huh. Let's see. So, can I say anything else I could throw?
Can you say anything else you can throw? What do you mean?
Look for something I can throw
Throw to who?
out a window.
So you're gonna break a window?
Yeah,
Okay.
if I can
All right.
find something.
Okay, go ahead and roll spot hidden. Holy
Nice.
cow! All right. You find one of those old school irons, you know, that they used to iron clothes. Those that you put over the stove and you heat them up, and then
Yeah.
you find one of those.
So my plan is to throw the iron at one of the side windows.
Okay. You're gonna have to roll throw though.
That's fine.
Wow.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. No kidding. All right.
That's why I wanted to throw something at that one person at one time.
All right. So you break the window, and you break it clean. Everything just go out. All the debris with the piece of glass and everything just goes out. So obviously, let's see. Give me just a second so we can make it fair. Where are we at? Oh, past it. There we go. Yeah, perfect. Alright, so unfortunately the police do hear you. And they start making their way over there.
That's cool, because I'm going out the back door, not the window. I threw the. I made sure to say I was throwing the iron out of a side window,
Mm-hmm.
but the plan is to head out the back door.
Alright. So you hear the police just by the window talking, and now you can hear them clearly because obviously with no window on the side, all the noise just comes in clean. And you can hear them talking. They're like, "Come on, guys, let's go in." Yeah, we're gonna. Okay, so you grab them and hold them, and I give him the pill, and then after I give him the pill and he's really calm, then you just start beating him up. Tell you what, let's just beat him up anyway, even if we cannot grab him, just for the fun of it. Yay! So you open the back door and you leave. Where are you going?
Heading around the other side of the house. The other side, the side I did not throw the iron out.
Okay.
To try to go towards the sewer.
Alright. So you move around to the other side of the house. And go ahead and roll stealth so they don't see you while going on the side of the house.
I'll spend 8.
Okay. So you manage to go on the side of the house with Connie, and you guys get on the sewer.
Nice.
Alright, so now you are reunited back with Evan and with Paul's character. and you notice that Evans is still a little hurt. Um, you notice that Paul is still laying on the floor on his back because Tommy, he's laying on the floor because he just got hurt. So what do you guys want to do? You got one radio so far out of the list.
First, I'm going to grimace manfully and fire up a Chesterfield.
Okay.
And then, I don't know, do we have any ideas for where to go for the next radio other than away from here?
Let's see. So, I have some ideas. One is, if we can tie one of us up for like 4 hours, we could technically heal ourselves for like 2 hours. And then have it wear off and go back to normal. How is that an idea?
Do the pills make us heal?
The pills, no, they don't make you heal. They just will allow you not to feel any pain. You wouldn't feel anything. You become almost numb to everything. You see everything in like a lot of colors, and it gives you like a sense of happiness, which is mainly because all the numbness that you get and how stupid you get.
So no healing ability.
No healing ability.
Alright, never mind. Scratch that thought. But the idea I had was, what if we just head back and look for stuff in the compound that we were in?
Okay.
All we need to do is like go for like 12 bottles or something.
12
Go
bottles.
for 12 bottles from 12 people. Pill bottles.
Hold on. What are you talking about, Jake?
I had a feeling. Okay. So, my idea was,
You had a feeling.
if we can steal pills from these people in the compound, they are going to have a rude awakening that all these guards will have to tend to. Mass hysteria. That's mainly it.
I see. Well, I mean, I don't know what to tell you. Mainly because, do you remember exactly the items you need?
I will write a note of everything.
Okay.
So
you need...
What's the name of this place called again?
Well, you're in the sewers right now. You need 4 metal poles. You need factory grade cable, 100 feet of that.
100 feet of what?
Factory grade cable.
Factory grade cables.
You need radio equipment, which you all have 1, but we established that you needed, I think it was 4 or 6, something like that.
5.
Okay, 5. And 2 wooden boxes, as they are trying to make it to where they can build a portal device. And you guys, I guess they can bring it with them once you guys take off.
Okay. let's see. Well, the first thing I was trying to... The thing I was also going to ask is there a health center or something like that in the compound?
I'm sorry, what was the question?
Like, a nurse office or something like that in the compound.
Nurse office in the compound. Well, there is no compound. I don't know what compound you're talking about.
Where were we working at?
You were at a safe house, at a very hidden safe house in the sewers where, I mean, and I'm calling it a safe house not because it was a house. It was just a room over there, empty in the sewers, where these two scientist guys were hiding, and they managed to free you, and ultimately that's what they brought you.
How about, where can I find medical equipment?
Metal equipment?
Let's
Probably,
just do that.
I think you guys established that the best place would be, based on what I remember, the ideas were whether at a junkyard, or at a bringing down some light poles and stealing the cable.
I mean first aid kits,
First aid kits, unfortunately, you are not necessarily going to know where they are because it'll be the luck of the draw. Can't really tell for sure who's going to have a first aid kit nowadays, considering that everybody's on the pill and they don't really feel pain or anything. So therefore, those things are a commodity.
wow. Oh, okay, trying to heal people's in the back burner, I mean, all I can think of is, besides making makeshift splints, I can't really do much.
Yeah, you're a little stuck.
So,
Alright, so
one thing we could do technically is, everybody has a weird, like, 2 hour, like, awake sleep cycle thing, right?
well, they do have to wake up every 2 hours and take the pill.
Yeah.
It hasn't been always like that though. At first, the pill's effect used to last a good 8 hours or so, but more and more people has becoming used to the pill, so they have changed the law to the point that now it's every 2 hours and it needs to be taken.
So, do you have any ideas?
I don't know. It's hard to say. What all are we trying to find? We're trying to find one more radio. And
No, you
what
need
else?
Oh,
four
I
more
typed it out.
radios.
4 more radios.
Yeah, you need the cable, you need the car batteries, which probably you might be able to get the cable and the batteries from the junkyard.
Yeah.
You need the two small wooden boxes, and the metal poles, which most of that you might be able to find it at the junkyard. I don't know about the radio equipment though. That is the only thing that Please lay down, baby, and go to sleep.
Okay, I put it in the group notes. I renamed group notes Gemini.
That's fine.
Alright. So maybe we sneak to another part of the suburbs after we lay low for a while.
You sure can. You can go back and make a turn the other way and head to another part of the town.
Then I guess that's what we'll do.
Yeah, let's just go with that. I don't know. I mean, any ideas I come up with to try and get everything at once are probably going to result in all of us dying.
Because I don't know exactly what skills I do have that I can use.
I don't know. I mean, we could try to steal radios from the police, but that would be a very shooty, punchy affair that would probably end with us dying.
What?
The real question I have is, would we have, how long do we have to wait until we have, like, our handgun rifle brawl skills back, or our knowledge of the past life?
Do we not have handgun and brawl skill?
Give me a second.
I
Hold on.
just assumed that we still had it.
What did you want to
We
know?
don't have guns. Oh, that's right. Yeah, we don't have guns right now, do we, though?
Yeah,
What?
we don't have
No,
any
just talk.
weapons.
Yeah. Oh, I have a stick. I have a baton that I took from a cop.
I'm not
Nice.
tired.
Okay, but you have to go to bed.
That's
It's
our
bedtime.
only
Good
weapon.
night, kids.
Maybe we should
And not
try to ambush
Go to
cops
bed
so
or
we
you're
can
gonna get in trouble.
firearms. We'll just
Turn the light off
begin
and go to
our-
bed.
Our revolution against the oppressive state.
Like 4 people against 1 cop kind of
Yes.
deal.
Exactly.
Oh wait,
Yes.
how many people are us all together?
Well, with you, so it's right now is you guys pretty much. Jay is you, Evan, Jake, Paul, and Connie. There's 4 of you.
Okay, so
4 of you. And the moment that Dan comes in, we're probably gonna introduce him somewhere else.
anybody have sleight of hand or?
Let me look at.
Oh wait, I have throw dog.
Let me look at Dan. Not Dan. Sorry. At
I could fashion some. I want to say they're called bolas. I'm trying to remember what
sleight
they're
of
called.
hand. No,
But
Paul doesn't
they're
have.
like,
Paul doesn't have sleight of hand.
no, because I have throw.
Okay. Well, what are you trying to do?
Sorry. Yeah, bolas. Okay, so the idea would be if we find a cop alone or cops together, I can throw bolas, tie their feet up that way. And then they're stuck on the ground.
And
Makes it a lot easier to fight them.
what's the overall goal?
Steal weapons.
But they don't have weapons. They just have the batons.
Okay, steal batons.
We'll steal batons.
And
That's fine.
what's the goal?
More sticks of justice. To beat down the state with our sticks of freedom. To overthrow the corrupt authorities and establish a new order with ourselves in charge. That's our ultimate goal anyway. For now, we're just going to leave it at get batons. I won't let everybody know about my ambitions to make myself the new evil overlord until it's too late to stop me.
I think probably we'll just go with Bulla's. Can we?
Oh yeah, we're supposed to be trying to escape this dimension, aren't we?
Yeah. Do we have any sources of things to fashion a Bulla?
To faction Ebola?
I guess we would. A bola,
Yeah.
you know, like one of those. It's like a rope connected by 2 counterweights that you like throw and it like wraps around.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No, not really. I mean, unless you stumble on rope, and maybe you can tie some rocks. If you want
What if we were to
rope,
kidnap someone and steal all of their clothes, and then we could use their clothes to make a bola.
you can. You
Or
you
we could
might be
just
able to
steal their
find.
clothes, wear it as a disguise.
You
That
might
too.
be able to find rope also at the junkyard
Oh.
too.
We could steal many sets of clothes, and that way we'll have disguises and bola making equipment, and also rope ladders. Because you need a length of rope for every adventure, regardless of what it is.
Well, either ways, it sounds like we're going to the junkyard.
All right, yeah. I guess that is where that seems to be where we're being pointed. So let's just go to the junkyard, I guess.
Yeah.
All right. So we'll go ahead and okay. So you guys go back, make a different turn, and go ahead and roll. Oh yeah, you did. You did have a map, I think. So you guys head on, and finally you get to an area. I mean, to an area where the sewer kind of stops over there. Who wants to go up first?
I guess I will this time.
Okay. When you climb up, you open the lid, and you see that you are inside of the junkyard. You see many vehicles and stuff in there. Go ahead and roll spot hidden. Very well.
Nice.
Go ahead and Evan, roll your luck.
Yay!
And roll a 1d2. Please stop and go to sleep. What? No, not right now. After I'm done with the game, I'll go. Alright. Okay, so you find it's a napping Rottweiler.
Does anybody have animal naming skill?
Let me see. Connie has... No. And Tommy... neither.
Okay. Well, we don't have any weapon with which to kill this thing, so I don't know. It seems like a bad idea to just leave it here, but I guess we don't really have much choice.
Let's see.
What? What are you trying to do?
So this is most likely guard dog, right?
Yeah.
But we could do the cartoon thing of trying to get the dog to go into the sewer.
How would we move it without waking it up, though?
If think the idea would be that we would get the dog to chase us and then jump into the sewer.
I don't know about that plan.
That's only a cartoon thing.
What if all of us were to just beat it to death? Like, we all just attack the dog and beat it to death with objects.
Wait, I got an idea. Another cartoonish idea. Is there any sticks around?
Roast by in.
I don't think throwing a stick is necessarily going to work. If we had some meat or
Yep.
something, that would be
You
better.
do find sticks. You find many sticks laying around. Go ahead. By the way, you certainly notice that a bunch of squirrels wake up the dog. And accidentally, one of the squirrels actually fall off the tree. And they start running. And the dogs start chasing them. And the squirrel actually gets hurt, but he manages to hide under a car. And the dog is just staring at it, barking its ass off.
The dog is awake now.
Yes.
Well, nobody said we had to. What if instead I throw the stick away from us to make it land with a sound in a distance? You know, the same idea I did with the iron. Just use it as a sound distraction.
Okay, so what are you trying to throw?
I'm trying to take a stick, throw it to the, throw it past the guard dog, so it lands and makes the sound that it distracts the guard dog.
Well, but you're going to have to remove the cover of the sewer to do that.
Whoa. We'll have to anyways. How loud will it be?
How loud are you trying to make it to be?
Okay, how loud will it be to open the cover?
Hold on, I'll be right back. Sorry.
I want to say that opening the cover is not necessarily going to be really loud. The problem is going to be moving the cover. That's what's going to be kind of a little loud, especially if you open it and then you drop it. That might get a little loud, but not like super loud. But the dog will definitely hear you.
I'm gonna wait for Evan to get back before I come up with an idea. I mean, before I say my idea.
If you're gonna leave, lock her door, because she keeps coming out and I can't go out there. Alright, so the dog is going to hear, definitely, the sewer door opening, mainly because A, whether you're gonna have to drag it to the side, which is gonna make noise, or B, you're just gonna open it vertically, and eventually it's just gonna end up falling to the side, and it's just gonna make noise. So.
Okay, we're gonna have to kill this dog if it tries to attack us. So.
Well, I would assume that yeah, if you want to go up there, you want to deal with the dog, whether you're gonna have to figure out how to stop it or you're gonna have to kill it.
Yeah. So the idea is we'll just open it no matter what. I'm gonna see if throwing a stick will get its attention and it'll chase it. If not, Evan, you're gonna have to bash the dog's head in. with the baton.
What baton?
The only weapon we have.
Oh yeah, I even
This
managed to
stick.
get a baton last time. So yeah,
Yeah.
man, that's gonna be a
You
lot of
okay
luck.
with that, Mac? You okay with that, Mackie?
I think he went to the bathroom.
Oh, he's still gone. Okay. I'll tell him that I won't say yes on automatically doing it until I get at least an okay.
Okay.
But that sounds like that's inevitable.
All right. So, how are we gonna do this?
Wait.
Well, somebody
Okay.
just joined.
Hello.
Hey.
Hey, all right, one character less that I have to use. Perfect. Hold on, Connie. There we go.
Yeah,
All right.
sorry that I was late.
No, it's all right. Things happen. Things happen.
So, long story short, we escaped. We escaped and got into the sewer. Now we're over at the junkyard. Well, in the sewer near the opening of the junkyard.
Oh, right. Okay, yes. I remember our plan.
So yeah.
So there's a guard dog that will hear us when we open the sewer cover. I was gonna talk this over.
Okay, I'm back.
All
Okay.
right.
So the idea is.
Oh, hey, how's it going? Sorry, go ahead.
No, that's fine. So the idea is we'll go ahead, open the cover. I'll go ahead and see if I could distract the dog with throwing a stick. If not, Mackie, you're gonna have to bash its head in.
I'm gonna have to fight the Rottweiler one-on-one with just a stick.
Yeah. Well, it's a
That's
baton. So
I don't like that
like,
idea.
What?
It's going to either attack us or give our position away. So either one, I can distract it by throwing a stick, or two, we'll have to end it.
You know it's a great idea.
I think this is not a great idea.
What?
I'm not in favor of me fighting the Rottweiler one-on-one.
He said that he was speaking on your behalf and that you were okay.
I reject this. I reject this plan.
Okay, plan 3. We try to.
I'm going to. I'm revoking
try
your
to
power
get
of attorney. You're no longer allowed to speak on my behalf.
I never did. Mega just said it. I was like, I'm going to wait for Mackie to come back to talk to him about it. The third idea is if I cannot distract him with a stick, we're going to try to shove the dog in the sewer.
Okay. Do we have a rope or any way of doing that, or are we going to just grab the vicious attack dog and try to shove it into the sewer?
I do
Grab
have a
it, kick it
question.
like a soccer ball, one of the two.
This is actually a worse plan than just attacking it.
Well, you know, yes and no. I think it's as bad. I think it's
Wait, I have an
equally
idea.
bad, mainly because you're gonna have to get back somehow.
I have a plan which is also really terrible, but if we get a successful luck roll, maybe it will work because trope. What if we were to all get out of the sewer and then I cover the sewer hole with my trench coat, and then we all stand carefully right opposite the dog, on the opposite side of the sewer cover, and then we all get the dog's attention, and the dog charges at us and then falls down the sewer hole to its death.
Got it. I like that. Good
That's
idea.
something. And and then once we're at the once we've got free reign of the junkyard, I bet we could find some sort of something to use as a weapon there.
Yeah.
Well, I have a police baton, but I don't like
That's
the
all
idea.
we have. All four of us. One baton.
What else you need? I mean, come on. One police baton is like, that's it. You got all the power.
We'll beat down the state with our baton of justice.
Shared baton.
Exactly.
Justice.
Maybe you should throw the baton for the dog.
We use
See,
the baton.
Evan knows the
You know
plan.
You know what? Actually, Dan has, or I mean not Dan, Jake has very high throw. So how about I give you the baton, and then you throw the baton at the dog? Actually, do we have other objects for you to throw? What if you just throw things at the dog and kill it by pelting it with objects?
Or I could just keep throwing stuff at it until it runs away.
That works too. In fact, why don't we do that rather than the ridiculous Scooby-Doo
Okay,
plan?
yeah. Yeah, we'll do that. Okay.
Ridiculous Scooby.
Because Mika said there were lots of sticks, so I have, like, firing power.
Yeah, the only issue is that if you're going to throw stuff at the dog, I am going to require you to take the lid off the sewer.
Or whatever plan we do is going to require us to take the lid off of the sewer.
Okay.
Yeah. Somebody else is taking the
Well,
off, because
what I
I'm
mean
going to be
is-
pelting it with sticks.
So what I mean is, realistically, if you throw a stick to the dog, we're going to go ahead and say that you're going to manage to throw, let's see how many things before the dog gets to you. Give me just a second.
Depending on how many it is, maybe we shouldn't do this plan. Maybe we'll go with the Scooby-Doo plan after all.
3 things at the dog before the dog is on you.
Okay, yeah, forget that plan then. Let's go with putting something over the top of the
You
sewer.
better have some spears, though, if you're going to be throwing something at the dog.
Let's go with trying to get the dog to fall down the sewer hole.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. So if that's what you're going to do, I'm going to need everyone to roll stealth to make sure that you get out of the sewer without making a lot of noise. And
Damn it. I spend luck. That's
And-
only 4.
in that way, the dog doesn't notice you, and you can do whatever it is that you're going to do before the dog notices you. I mean, the dog is definitely going to notice you. Wow, that's going to be an expensive
Yeah, I'm
roll.
not spending 57 luck on that.
Did you
Nah,
s-
he just was found.
yeah, I think the dog might have
don't
heard
need to
you.
roll,
I have a feeling the dog heard you. I'm not 100% on that, but I think he did. All right, so you get out, and is everybody coming good now? I'm assuming everybody's getting out, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so everybody's getting out, with including Paul and Connie.
I guess we're gonna have to fight the dog after all.
Oh god, this is gonna be fun. All right. So, what's the plan with the dog exactly? What are you trying to do with the dog? So I know. I mean, I know how the dog is going to. Well, actually, you know what? Let's just take the dog's action. The dog turns around and starts charging at you. So we're gonna figure it out exactly who's gonna attack once he gets there.
We all hide behind the sewer grate. On the other side of the...
I'm not sure I'm not sure you're hiding, but yeah, okay, you're standing behind the sewer. Great. And is there a plan to go along with that, or?
I'm going to try to kick the dog down the sewer hole.
Yeah. Like a soccer ball.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Give me just a second. This is going to be.
It's strong kick. For a second, I was like, "Oh, we could take the manhole cover and use it as a shield," but they're really heavy. I feel.
Yeah, usually they are.
Perfect. All right. All right. So the dog gets to you, and let's figure out who is it going to attack. So there's 4 of you. 1 before. 3. So that'll be Jake. Alright. Actually, no, not Jake. Paul. So let's do the attack. Where is the attack on this? 1 second. What's in the bio? Attributes and ability. No. Damage bonus. I guess I'm just gonna have to roll. Oh, okay. Did it roll?
It rolled and it failed.
Okay. All right. So the dog tried to grab Jake and he failed. So, Evan, your turn.
Hello? Oh, okay.
Oh, I was. Okay, well, it doesn't matter.
Don't kill the pooch. All right. So, Jake, your turn. Whatever it is you're gonna do. Remember, you don't have the only baton that Evan has. Only Evan has it. So.
Try to kick or push the dog down the manhole.
Yeah.
All right, brawl. Okay. All right, and so now will be Paul's roll. So Tommy smiles. Let's see. Actually, he doesn't have any weapons, does he?
Hey!
All right, 2 points. And
Is that
Connie,
enough
your
for
turn.
it?
Whatever it is that you want to do as a very strong and peaceful woman. And I said strong because just a few moments ago before you join in, you managed to keep a door closed versus a bunch of police officers all on your own with your 20 strength.
Like the
Okay.
woman who held a car over to save their baby or something.
So now what happened? What's the dog doing now?
The dog is attacking Jake.
Very effectively.
Well, it's in the process of attacking Jake. You guys were trying to
Okay,
attack it, but
so-
unfortunately you kept missing.
We're trying
Okay.
to get it into the hole.
So I'm gonna look around and see if there's anything I could use as an improvised weapon close by. Like anything I could pick up and swing or whatever.
Alright, go ahead and roll spot hidden. You ain't find nothing.
Well, okay. Better luck next time.
That's just about the right way to put it. So, what do you want to do? Just that?
Me?
Lowers.
Oh, that. Okay, so that wasn't my whole turn, huh? Maybe I'm just gonna hide behind something and I'll try to find something else next time I have a chance. So I'll duck behind whatever objects are nearby.
Okay. And
Like
okay,
a pile
so
of
you're gonna try to hide. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, kind of like take cover.
Okay. Roll stealth.
Okay. Of course.
You don't manage to hide behind anything.
Okay.
All right. So the dog's turn again. 1d4 we said. Evan. Man with the baton. Wow. All right. So
99.
so when the dog jumps to bite Evan somehow moves because he was taking a step, not because he was dodging, and the dog misses to bite him. Unfortunately, when he does that, he ends up biting a rock or the side of a car that was there, and ends up hurting his mouth and his teeth, and his mouth is bleeding right now.
Okay.
And let's
While
see
he's
how much
recovering-
damage he takes from that.
And then while he's recovering from that, I want to grab him and throw him down the
3
middle.
points of
grab him and,
damage.
like,
Okay,
push him down
so
the
you're
middle.
gonna go ahead and roll
I roll
your
brawl.
strength versus the strength of the dog. We're gonna do.
Nice.
All right. You manage to grab the dog and keep him at bay and throw him down the sewer.
All right.
And
Mission accomplished.
you throw him down and you hear the dog go like, like making
Well done, Mr. Mackey.
that noise they make when they get hurt.
Yeah.
So, all right.
The dog brought it upon themselves.
What's the
How
plan
dare
now?
he try to protect the junkyard that he grew up in. I'll teach him.
Well, we're looking for stuff we can use, like weapons, I wrote down the list.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you go in the, the journal section where you can find your character sheets, there is a group note. I labeled the thing Gemini, and it has a list. So, Gemini, under characters.
Oh, under characters. Okay, I see. Right, we need metal poles, 100 feet of factory grade cables, radio equipment, and wooden boxes.
That one radio we got from the last house count.
Right.
So that's cool.
Yeah, just a few things.
So let's look for any of that stuff here. And
Okay.
weapons. Since it looks like we don't need to worry about a guard dog anymore.
All right. So, what do you guys do then?
I guess we're gonna search the place.
Yeah, as a group.
All right. So you start searching the place, and as you find the cars, you definitely manage to find the car batteries. Although the car batteries, as you can imagine, they are quite heavy. That doesn't mean that you cannot carry them, but you're gonna have to figure out how to carry all that back. Mainly because, as far as I know, we said that you are bringing. Hold on, you forgot to add the car batteries to the notes, my friend. You need 6 car batteries.
Okay.
So, how do you want to do this exactly? I mean, you do find the 6 car batteries because there's obviously gonna be more than 6 cars. Go ahead and roll. Each one of you rolls by hand. Where's Tommy? Spot. All right. So Tommy spots the. Oh man, I closed the document. The metal rods. Tommy spots the metal rods, and Jake. Give me just a second, Jake. Let me get to where my document was that I have accidentally closed. Okay, Jake manages to spot the wooden boxes.
Spot nothing.
Yeah.
Your head.
I need Connie to roll spot hidden.
I did.
Already did. Extreme.
Extreme success. Amazing. Alright, since it was extreme success, Connie manages to find factory grade cable. Let's see
Nice.
how much you can find. Go ahead, Connie, and roll a 1D. Actually, roll your luck first.
Okay.
Alright, go ahead and roll a 1D 100. You find 60 feet of factory grade cable.
That's pretty good.
Alright, so a couple of issues that you're going to have now. Number one, that there's 4 of you. Number two, the weight of the items. How you're going to carry them.
You could find like a dolly or something. I mean, we'd have to bring that down into the sewer anyway, but yeah, something with wheels to put all of this stuff on.
The one question is the dog dead down in the sewer? Because if it's not, going down into the sewer is an issue.
Probably not dead. Well, we could
Probably
find
injured.
something to
Is the
attack
dog...
with or
Did you just ask if the dog is dead?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's find out. Let's find out. Alright, so you threw the dog down. And so let's see what stats the dog has that can roll. Here we go. Poochie! Let's see. Let's go with... Man, this character sheet's so weird. Oh, here we are. Okay. Okay. All right. All right. Give me a second. Let me make some numbers. So 7. No, the dog is not dead. Actually, it is on the bottom of the sewers, barking its ass off at you.
Okay. Well, that's a problem.
Currently.
Whoa.
maybe we could drop something on its head.
The dolly.
What dog?
We're gonna look for a dolly.
Okay, go ahead and do spot hidden. See if we can find out. Nope,
Dang it.
no dolly.
Anybody else want to look for it?
Yeah, I'll try.
Yay!
Alright, you find a dolly. Go ahead, Evan, roll your luck.
Yay!
Alright, so you find a dolly that is not too big and it's actually going to be able to fit down the sewer hole. However, due to the same reason, being not that big, you know, you're only going to be able to carry so much stuff on it.
Yeah.
So, are you going to throw the dolly down the sewer hole?
What do you think, Jake? Do you want to try and hit the dog with the dolly?
Why not? Can I throw it?
Alright, so since you're throwing the... Actually, you know what? It's
Throw slash drop.
I wouldn't say it is a throw in this case because you're just dropping it and there's really no aiming because you don't really have a way to aim that.
Okay, well,
Uh,
we shouldn't do it then.
Nah.
So yeah, no, there's no aiming. I mean, you're gonna hit it only if the dog doesn't move.
We
So
could drop metal poles. That would be better.
metal-
Because at least the metal poles would, like, survive the fall.
okay, you can certainly do
The plan
that.
is- Okay, so
Like,
the plan
throw
You
is...
them like
you
they're
might be able
spears.
to aim the metal poles because they are thinner.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well then. More tries.
Okay. So the metal poles obviously required. They don't require a lot of throwing. It's more like dropping, but we can say that you throw due to the fact that you can aim them. So go ahead and roll if that's what you want to do.
Okay. There we go.
Okay. Since the dog doesn't have dodge, we're gonna have to roll luck. Oh yeah, he does have dodge. Never mind. One sec. What happened to the sheet? Jeez Louise. Okay. Again?
I don't know what happened to my roll 20, but it changed from my sheet being a pop-up to being a new window.
Yeah, I got no idea, man.
So it's annoying.
It's like roll 20's on a roll today. Alright. Alright, so you have how many of those rods? We said you have four of those metal poles. So you can technically throw 3 more times. Alright. Alright, so on that one time that you were throwing, you managed to hit the dog, and those poles are heavy. So let's see. Oh, yeah, the dog is down. The dog is not dead yet, but it's definitely going to die if it doesn't receive medical attention like very fast.
You think we should try to treat the dog and turn it into an engine of destruction that we can use against the state?
We're trying to get out of here. I think we have other things planned first.
On the other hand, though, you know, a dog would be the perfect delivery system for dynamite.
That is true.
An attack dog that has dynamite attached to it. We should do that more, actually.
Ooh.
That'd be way
But you
more
don't
effective.
have dynamite.
Yeah, but you know what? That's easily remedied. But
How?
It occurred to me though. There's dynamite in this city. We just have to find it. But the thing is, an attack dog, you know, that would be way more effective to deliver dynamite than just random people, which is what we usually use.
But Evan, you're about to leave. You're trying to work towards leaving. You're not gonna bring the dog with you.
Well, I mean, we could, but also, why leave if we have an attack dog to attach dynamite to?
Okay, I agree with Mega on this. We just need to focus on leaving first. If we can bring the dog at the same time, we'll do that.
What do you think? Do you think we should try to save the dog?
Well, the other thing is, even if you save the dog, you're gonna have to carry the dog with you. That dog ain't walking.
And also, we'd have to make sure the dog doesn't try to attack us.
Yeah.
No, we bring
No. The dog is not going to attack anybody
the
right
next
now because it's too
universe.
hurt.
Yeah. The dog is pretty much helpless right now.
Yeah. So we'd have to heal it back till it's useful.
Yeah, the dog has
Not
1 point of
attack us.
the
And
dog has
then-
1 point of life right now.
Let sleeping dogs lie. Okay. So,
1
plan
point.
is let's just get everything down in the sewer first, and then we can take trips with the dolly.
Alright.
Bring it out in shifts. But first, let's get everything down.
Okay. All right. So you toss down the rest of the rods. Question is, how are you going to bring the 6-car batteries down there?
One at a time, we'll carry it down.
Okay. Go ahead and roll. Well, actually, who's going to be bringing the car batteries down?
Whoever's strong.
I'm afraid that's not me.
I have
I think it's gonna be-
65 strength.
It's gonna be Paul's character and Evan's character. I'm not strong.
Paul has 65 strength.
Yeah. You two both have over 50.
Yeah, I also have 65.
So yeah, they will be carrying the car batteries down.
Okay. All right. So. All right. So let's see. Woo! All right. Paul brings one of the batteries down. He looks at the dog. The dog looks like it's all fucked up. It's ready to die badly. And he goes ahead and says, "You know what, doggy? You try to bite me." Boom!
Whoa.
And the dog's dead. Alright, so Evan, go ahead and roll your strength. Alright. Evan goes down with the battery. So let's do another. Oh! So let's see how badly this goes. Okay, so Paul manages to get almost to the bottom of the stairs. However, he falls trying to catch the battery that almost fell down. And he will take 2 points of damage. So 9. Evan, go ahead and roll your strength again. Please and thank you. Roll your luck.
Uh-oh.
Alright, and the same thing happens to you. So if you can go ahead and roll your a 1d3. Alright, you took 3 points of damage. Alright, so bringing the
That's
wooden
pretty
boxes
damage,
is
yeah.
fairly easy. The wooden boxes wouldn't be that big. And the only thing you guys, the only 2 things that you guys are missing now are about 40 feet worth of factory grade cable and the 5 remaining radios, or 4, something like that. Yeah. So where do you guys want to go to find the other things? Actually,
So
first
we
you guys
some
are going to
more
need to bring all this
cables,
stuff.
more radios.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I actually kind of need medical attention now.
let's see.
Does anyone have things to do that?
That's the only roll I can do. Oh.
Oh, if you want, the thing is, I was saying I could all this time. The question is, would I be allowed to?
Of course you
Do I
can.
have this stuff?
Go ahead. You can
But
roll it
I've
once
been
only.
able to do this for a long time.
You can roll it once only.
Okay, who needs it the most?
I've got 6 health out of 12.
And the other person?
Paul has 9 out of 11.
Okay, then there. That goes to Mackie.
Okay, so roll a 1d3, Mackie.
I really hope it's not just 1.
Yay! That's substantial.
Yeah. Now he's back at 3. I mean at 9.
Back at 3.
Alright, so what's the plan to carry all this stuff over there?
So we'll just use the dolly. It'll take a few trips, but we'll get it that way.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and say that you guys use the dolly. You start making a few trips, and by the time you're back, you're fairly tired, hungry, and which is weird because the more you think about it, you know, the more you realize that you haven't felt hungry in a long time. And the brothers are there, and they're cooking something. You can smell it as you walk through the door and bring the stuff in. And they're like, okay, we're gonna eat. And one day, and they start pouring it out, and they made some sort of stew. And they say, okay, here's the food. And when you look at it, you see that there's some sort of stew. It's got some meat on it. It's got some vegetables. Anybody wants to roll intelligence?
Sure.
Alright, so, you know, that gets you to the asking yourself the question as to where the meat and the vegetables came from. Because, you know, there's really no food. There's a huge food shortage. And that's the main reason why they were killing the children. So,
The question I had is, how much of our past life do we remember?
Meat is people, isn't it?
oh, you remember a lot of your past life. You remember that there used to be children running around in the streets. There used to be cars driving all the time. There used to be people walking around happily. People of different ages.
Like, do I remember I was born in Spain? Do I remember I used to be a priest? Do
Yep.
I remember?
You remember everything.
Okay. Then I don't care what the meat is. I'm gonna eat
Okay?
it.
Alright.
Because a part of Spain I was from, it was just like, whatever, as long as it's cooked.
So far, so good. Alright. So do y'all also just eat the food? Not worry about the whereabouts of the meat?
Yeah, I don't care. It's gonna turn out to be people, but who cares?
Alright. And you eat it. And when you eat it, actually,
It's
it
not gonna
tastes...
make us.
When you eat it, actually, it tastes really, really good. You almost forgotten how good food tastes because of how long it's been since you actually had a meal. And you notice that you feel a lot better, but you're really tired. And at that point, you know, you guys decide to go to sleep. It's nighttime anyway outside, so you sleep till early in the next morning. Finally, you wake up, and let me see, what were their names? Ronald and Jacob you see them working with the equipment that you brought, and I need everybody to roll luck.
Ha! What? Why?
All right.
That was.
All right, fair enough.
What luck roll was that?
All right, so they say, all right, well, I have some good news, they say. We need only, then we can do with finding only 3 more radios. And let's see, Jake, go ahead and roll a 1d4.
Oh wait, that's an actual die.
Okay, so he says, yeah, I think we're gonna do with 3 more radios, but we will still need the 40 feet of factory grade cable. But we're almost done. We got everything. You see them. You see one of them working inside of the boxes, building up some sort of circuitry and mechanism, and you're like, "Whoa, that looks very strange," like science fiction stuff. And they built some sort of a gate with the metal poles. They connected the cables to it, to the box that they have. However, it's not long enough to reach the power source. And they still need a few more radios because they need to fill out the boxes with the electronics to make the boxes work. And they say, well, I have some good news. I am fairly sure that you guys will be able to get more cable if you take a couple of electricity poles down, and or you get some radios if you just enter some people's houses. Although you might be able to find the radios also on an office building, much like the one you guys used to work at.
That makes sense. And what about the cable?
Yeah, unfortunately with the cable, he says you might have to go ahead and destroy some light poles. Other than that, I wouldn't know exactly where you can get them.
Oh, okay, that's an idea.
But I'm sure you guys got this. You seem like a great group of unified, amazing friends that are willing to go the extra mile to get things done and be able to achieve your goals. So, alright, whenever you find the stuff, just let us know. We'll be here working. So, what do you guys want to do? Where do you guys want to go? What's the?
Are there any light poles that are not in highly populated areas?
No, not really. I mean, the light poles are everywhere. Even over there at the junkyard, there were electric poles with cable. So, I mean, just anywhere.
Let's see. Does anybody remember if the junkyard is it usually like guarded by people and dogs, or is it just that abandoned?
No, it looked, when you went over there, it looked fairly abandoned.
Well, another thing is if we go wherever we have to go to get the radios, maybe we could also, before we run back into the sewers, steal the cables there.
So, what's the plan, fellas? Mackie?
I guess let's go. I don't know. It's safer to break into random homes probably than an office building. But how about we go to an office building?
Well, if we go to our office building, we might be able to sneak and steal some pills. I don't know. That's an idea.
Okay.
Sneak and steal some pills. Oh, okay. You can definitely do that. So that you don't get discovered. Remember that, you're going to have to make it inside of the building. So, and then search the building.
Okay.
All right. So, is that where you're going?
Works for me if it works for you too.
Yeah.
Yeah. This
Alright.
makes me wish that I could have had like ball bearings or something.
Or anything. Like some sort of a gun, right, Evan?
Well, yeah. I mean, that would be ideal.
No, I mean like ball bearings, marbles, stacks of pencils.
Batons.
Something you can just throw on the ground and people can trip on.
Batons.
Used against the man. Hey, I have an idea. What if we were to
Ooh,
construct a
cats.
series of Home Alone style traps?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Wacky Home Alone style traps, because those absolutely would have killed those guys if traps like that had been used on real people.
You can definitely do
Hands
that.
on strings that you swing into people's heads. Fucking kill them in the wackiest manner possible. You know, I don't know if anybody else saw it. Have you ever heard of a movie called Playing Dangerous?
No.
No.
It was, I can't remember. I saw it in the 90s. I don't know if it was made in the 90s or maybe it was made in like the late 80s. But it's basically, it's like Home Alone combined with Die Hard. It's kind of like Die Hard where like the main character is a little kid. And he makes Home Alone style traps, but they horribly kill people. Like he does things like he puts like gasoline into a super soaker, and then like one of the bad guys is smoking a cigarette, and he like shoots the gasoline super soaker, and it like sets him on fire. He like does stuff like that.
Oh, 1995.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's like one scene where he's like hiding in like the ventilation shaft, kind of like in Die Hard. He's like covered in soot from like setting the one guy on fire. And the kid's just like sarcastically like, "Don't play football, you're gonna get hurt."
Damn.
All right,
Anyway,
fellas. So, tell me, what's the plan? What are we doing? Talk to me.
Well, I guess we're breaking into an office building.
Yeah.
Okay. And okay. So you're gonna go to, okay, fine. All right. So you head over there.
Can we spray the supply room if we find it?
Can you what?
Raid a supply room.
If you find it, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Maybe so. Do I have a good idea of if we're going to our office building of all of the rooms in it, like where different things are?
Yeah.
Not necessarily, no, because you work on a certain floor of the building, and you've been high on the pill since forever, so you wouldn't necessarily be able to tell up from down in that building.
They never were like, could you go get some cable from us from the third floor?
We should still know our office building, shouldn't we? I mean,
At least a path from our office building to wherever we have
What you know.
In terms of radios, is there a radio on our floor?
What you know, Evan, of your office building is A, that it has an entrance, B, that it has a lobby, C, that it has an elevator, and D, that it has a fifth floor where you used to work.
well, all right then.
And that it's got an office for it. That's about it. So
if there's a radio on our floor, we could take that. Also, maybe like the other floors are laid out the same as ours.
I guess you're gonna have to find out.
That was my one thought.
Oh, another idea. Another thing though, we don't go in until like 10 minutes after we hear the chime for taking the pills. That way we get in at prime pill dysphoria, not dysphoria, the
Pill
that way we get
disorientation.
in. Yeah, at prime pill disorientation time.
Okay.
Well, and is it after hours now? Maybe nobody's there. Oh, we like slept and stuff, so maybe it's the day again.
Are you trying to go after hours?
Probably for the best. Yeah, it might, if the whole building's full of office workers, that probably won't work out well.
True. But still, we'll go after hours, but like right after when the chime goes off. Because I'm pretty sure everybody else is on that same clock.
Okay. So, make a decision then. After hours or business hours?
After hours, for sure.
Alright.
After hours.
Alright. So, you guys hit in after hours. It's pretty dark outside. There's lights illuminating the building from the outside. You walk into the building and you notice that there's no guards. You enter the office lobby and you hear noises, but you don't really see anybody. Go ahead and roll spotting.
Anybody else?
Give me a second, sorry.
Oh, I failed
I
too.
think I have to log back
Oh,
in.
only by 4. Damn.
Yeah, I guess if he fails, then I'll spend 4 lives.
Hold on, because Paul's still got to roll, so. Spot hidden. Okay, yeah. The worst roll ever.
Oh, Okay, spend 4 luck.
Alright.
All right, so you look around a window, around a wall, and you see that there's these 2 guards trying to hang a picture, and one of them is holding the picture plus holding also the nail, and the other one is hammering. And you notice them hammer, the one hammering like keeps missing on the nail, and hits the fingers, hits everything. The guy has all his fingers broken and everything, and you see him like just telling him, hey, you know what, you need to be a little more careful, you're missing the nail.
Okay.
So that's what you see so far. Are you gonna call the elevator? What do you want to go in the building? Are you gonna call the elevator? Where do you want to go in the building?
What do you say, guys?
We can call the elevator. Sure.
Alright, yeah. Let's call it.
Okay. So you call the elevator. The elevator arrives. You manually have to open the doors. And where do you want to go?
Should we go to the floor that we know first?
Do
Yeah.
we know our floor?
5th floor is my floor.
Yeah, that's your
Okay,
floor.
That's my floor too.
All right.
Let's go there.
You go to the 5th floor.
Okay, so how many radios do we know are on this floor?
Go ahead and roll a 1d5. Three radios.
Is that enough, or do we need 4?
No, I think you need 3.
Yeah.
Okay, alright, so we can get all the radios we need from here.
You can, yeah. You
and
just
all we
need
need
the.
is more cable.
Yeah.
And then we can blow this universe.
Yeah.
All right, so you get on the building. Excuse me, on the 5th floor, and go ahead and roll luck to see if there's any security on the building, on the floor. So we're gonna have perfect. Okay, so go ahead and roll a 1d3. All right. So you hear that there are 2 security guards that they keep just walking around. They don't know that you're there. They just continue walking casually around the floor. They open a door, they get in, and you don't hear them anymore. However, you know that the building is kind of a loop, so they're probably doing their rounds.
So when they're doing their rounds, are they circling towards us or away from us at this time?
Right now they're going away, but eventually they're going to circle back.
Okay.
And also, in order to get the rest of the radios, you're going to have to go the way that they're going too. So.
Yeah. We'll just search the offices, make sure that we stay like a few rooms behind them.
Okay,
and since they're
so
cycling around, we'll be able to make it back to the elevator after they pass it by a few rooms.
okay, so go ahead and roll spot hidden over there where you're at. All right, you
Yes.
find your first radio.
Well done.
So you guys are gonna continue going to find the other radios?
So should we, other ones of us, roll spot in?
Yeah. You continue going, and nope, no radio there. And Evan, go ahead and roll a 1d10.
And you said?
Yep, 10. We're gonna go ahead and say that 7 minutes have passed. It will take 15 minutes to the guards to catch up with you, so it will take them about 15 minutes to do the round on the building, on the floor. So do you guys continue going?
Have to do what we have to do, right?
Let's skip a few rooms. Let's skip a few rooms so that way we're not like right next to where they're going to be 15 minutes from where we started.
Okay. Alright. You skip a few rooms and go ahead and roll spot hidden. One of you. Which we can do. Let's see. Bam! Another radio. Alright.
Okay, so one more radio and we still need to later on find 40 feet of
Cable.
cable.
Alright, so you managed to find that radio. So you continue on and go ahead and roll spot hidden. No radio there, and even okay. We're gonna go ahead and say that you move to another room. You find a radio, but it's still gonna need you to roll a 1d7, Evan.
Okay.
Okay. So you guys got 2 minutes until the guards walk through the doors that you guys just walked in.
Wait, if they're like going in a loop,
They're coming behind you.
can we like skip a few rooms so they're technically in front of us?
Yeah, but it's taking you time to grab the radios and stuff, so therefore now they are behind you because they're already looped.
Okay, so we're in a room, we have 2 minutes to take the radio out of this room.
Yeah, you take the radio, that's fine.
Gone.
Are you guys doing anything, or are you guys leaving?
Leaving for now.
Yeah, that's all we need.
Alright. So you majestically get out of the room, go around the building, the floor, and get to the elevator.
Yeah.
Where do you want to go now?
Did we get all of the radios?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so where can we get cable? Do you think like the basement might have something like that, or the other option is to just grab like from telephone poles or something, huh?
Who are you asking?
I don't know. I was just throwing that
Whoever
out
would know the answer.
What was this? So I don't know, maybe there's a basement, I'm guessing, and maybe that's like maybe there's supplies there. What if we check that out, and then if not, then we have to figure out what else to do.
Okay. Alright, so excuse me. All right, so you get. So where are you gonna go then? To the basement, I guess.
Yeah.
All right. You take the elevator all the way to the basement. In the basement, you hear noises and creaks and whatnot. And once you're there, you see. Go ahead and roll spot hidden and see what you see.
Oh, extreme.
All right. You do find rolled up. Go ahead and roll a 1d 100. Why not? 42 feet of cable.
Okay.
2 feet to spare.
Always cutting it short. So,
Well, let's go.
wait. Okay. How are you gonna carry that cable out?
You could sort of like wrap it around.
Well, it is
wrap it around his arms.
in your defense, it is rolled up around a big barrel of sorts.
Mm-hmm.
And it's pretty big. It's about, I want to say, at least 4 feet tall. It's very thick
So we're gonna have to roll it.
cable. So yeah, most likely.
Can't we just take it off and roll it around somebody?
Well, you got no dolly right now.
Maybe it'd be easier rolling with the barrel. I don't know.
You got no dolly right now, so unless you want to wrap it around your body, between all of your bodies, because 42 feet is kind of long, and the cable is thick
I was saying
and
we
heavy.
just wrap it around Paul's character a few times. Whatever.
Yeah, but if you get on a chase or anything, your character's gonna be like very grounded. Like,
Let's just roll it.
Okay. Worst case, it's a weapon.
all right, you manage to get the cable and you start walking out. Go ahead and roll your luck. And any of you that wants to roll it.
Yeah.
Very well.
Nice.
You notice that. You notice that. You notice when you get to the bottom of the building or the top, because you were in the basement. And if you look at the guards, now the guards are on the front desk, and the one guy is actually with the hammer, but this time around he's actually hammering the fingers of the other guy, and he says, "Stop moving! I'm trying to get him straight." He's trying to straighten out the bones on the hands, and the other guy continues kind of like aching and moving. So therefore, they're arguing. They don't really notice you when you're about to walk out. All right, so you get the stuff to the sewers, or are you going somewhere else?
No, straight to the sewers.
All right, to the sewers and to the safe house. Once you get back to the safe house, the two gentlemen over there, Ronald and Jacob, they help you out with the cable. They start connecting everything, and after a few hours, let's say 3. After 1 hour, they tell you, okay, everything's ready. And while you guys were gone, we managed to free another person that we found wandering around here. And they introduce you to Dan's character, which we're not going to get into that until he comes back. But they just got his character there. And they tell you, okay, well, we're ready. Are you guys ready? Is there anything else you guys got to do before we give this a try?
I'm ready to get out of here.
Yeah, it'd be nice to go to somewhere that has a hospital and a pharmacy.
Very well. All right. So go ahead.
I miss my rosaries.
So this two gentlemen, they connect the power and everything. You see them both holding a little tiny box, and I'm talking a box probably I don't know, about the size of your chest on your body. That's how big it is. It's not that big at all, and it's connected to the power cables. The box inside starts lighting up, all those circuits and whatnot. And Evan, go ahead and roll a 1d50. $17. All right. So you notice that a mirror image opens up in that gate that they built with the metal rods, and they tell you, okay, it's time to go. We have managed to find another world that we can go to. Are you guys going?
Yes, I'll be the first one in there.
Alright. So when you guys cross, you appear exactly in the same sewers that you are in. As you appear there, you notice that what's his name? Jacob leaves out running with his box and takes off, and you don't hear
Did it
from
work?
him.
Are we someplace else?
I'm sorry?
Did it work? Are we in another?
Yeah, you are somewhere else. So Jacob opens the door and leaves to the sewers. Ronald stays over there, and he says, "I don't know what happened, but I think Jacob might have run out. I think he's trying to accomplish his plan. We came to this world for two different reasons. I just wanted to escape and start a new life. However, Jacob has different reasons. He wants to ultimately achieve his dream of summoning some sort of comic book monster. It's from science fiction. We read it as a child in a book that he was some sort of Cthulhu guy that was huge and whatever, and he thinks that
What the hell
this
is Cthulhu?
I don't know. It's a comic book like a character of a story, and he thinks that this creature, if alive,
It's a comic book.
he thinks that this creature, if alive, will grant him a wish.
Like a genie or a fairy?
Yeah, something like that, I guess. But in any
like
case,
Little Orphan Annie?
I do have to
Yeah,
warn
never
you.
heard of it.
He says, I do have to warn you. Keep in mind that now in this universe, there is a high probability that there's already another version of you.
That's fine. We'll just murder them. Murder them and take over their life.
Well, that's how it gets funny. So I calculated that there's two things that can potentially happen. Number one is if you murder yourself, there is a chance that due to the number of views in the universe go lower, that the essence of you may become stronger on the few that are still alive, therefore making you stronger, smarter, and better. Or there is a slight chance that by getting close to yourself, the space-time continuum may pull you together and fuse you into something hideous, or maybe one of you just ceases to exist. Or maybe both of you cease to exist, destroying the whole universe.
So what you're saying is that if we find and merge with ourselves, we'll become unstoppable super beings. Gods, basically.
No, that's not what I said.
Wow.
I think it was
We could
fiction,
become
but
like
I
gods.
remember hearing a radio play where someone met their self from time traveling or something, and then when they touched, they blew up.
Come on, guys, we gotta find ourselves and merge so that we can become gods in the new world.
Alright,
That you want to join the guy summoning Cthulhu.
we're going to call it right here.